Hey, what's up, guys? We are back. We've got a really cool one. I'm actually stoked about this video. If I'm I'm pretty sure some of you guys have seen this clip floating around the last couple of days of this solo Ukrainian fighter fending off 6 different Russian soldiers. This Ukrainian has no body armor, no helmet. He just firing his AK and holding these guys off. So it looks like this video is going to break that down a little bit for us. So I'm excited about that. Um, Real quick, I wanted to mention we're having the power outages are getting longer and longer here in Ukraine, and I'm trying to kind of anytime the power comes on, record as many videos as I can and then pump them out. Um, with that said, if you're watching the news, there's been quite a bit. There's been a pretty serious how would I say like barrage of drones and airstrikes, pretty much on every major city here in Ukraine. So the Russians are definitely trying to make something happen right now. If I do go dark for a couple of days, it's because the power's out. I wasn't able to record or whatever. Just letting you know that, okay? But all good here. For those of you who are new, my name is Saxon. I go by Vegas here in Ukraine. I joined the International Legion for the Defense of Ukraine in January of 2023. I am still in Ukraine, obviously, but I am no longer in the International Legion. I'm with a team that is working with the 13th Brigade, which is called Hatia. Um, this brigade has an international unit in it, embedded inside of it, which I am currently recommending for any international fighters. I don't get any kickbacks or anything like that for recommending foreigners go to this unit. I'm strictly recommending this because the Legion right now is dangerous. Every position is dangerous, but the Legion is extraordinarily dangerous. And I would consciously, I feel much better recommending the international element inside Hatia, the 13th Brigade that I'm working with, rather than the Legion. Okay. But do with that information what you will. I'm not recruiting anybody. Like I say in every video, I hope that you do not come to Ukraine because it is extremely dangerous and you will probably get hurt or worse. But for those crazy people who are already on their way out here, I'm recommending this unit. If you're interested, click in the description, click the link in the description below, Hatia, 13th Brigade. Let's jump into this, guys, and see what's up. Yeah. This is it. Look at this shit, dude. This is the moment a heroic Ukrainian soldier fights off a Russian assault group single-handedly in brutal close combat. Okay, looks like we're past that clip. This is from the Sun, by the way. This is like reporting out news outlet style. I'll link their channel in the description below, like I do with every video we react to. Um, but that specific guy right there, the first clip I saw of it, maybe it wasn't longer, but it was just maybe in slow motion. But you could see this dude. He dumped like 3 mags full auto over that berm straight into that enemy position, and allegedly he tags the first guy that's in that first Russian in the trench, like in the shoulder or something. You could see him get hit and then drop. Also, like I said, he has no plate carrier, he has no helmet, no PPE, and his mags are just stuffed in his cargo pockets. So if you watch it and he's firing, he's empty, he takes his mag out, reaches in his pocket, pulls out another mag. I mean, this dude, you could tell that dude's been out there for a minute. Like he's had to hold off. He's had to make a couple of last stands in his days on the front. All right, what does this say? On the Kursk front, Ukrainian UAVs repel Russian attacks using buggies and quad bikes. They've got actual just dirt bikes out there too. That's interesting. I've seen that one other time of the enemy riding dirt bikes, but this will be the second time. Also, these ATVs, Ukrainians on the Ukrainian side use these quads as well. And my platoon commander, ex-platoon commander, dentist, died on one. He was doing a CAS-evac in Bakhmut. He went. Usually they have like 2 skids or 2 stretchers on both sides or on both ends of the ATV. So you can load a body here, load a body here for CAS-evacs, right? And then get the casualties out. So dentist went in to get one of his guys, got him on the sled, and as he was taken out or heading back towards safety, he was hit by an artillery round.
Okay, I do understand. We're engine.
UK troops have been teaching Ukrainian soldiers how to disable landmines, munitions, and other explosive devices.
Okay, what's going to happen is...
It's part of the Operation Interflex, a UK-led initiative involving 12 of their NATO allies and partners. This is cool, man. So I have some reservations about this, right? Because I think any attempt to help Ukraine is a good thing. All right, so this, I like the idea, I like where their head's at. But frankly, none of these instructors, none of these soldiers that that are helping train, none of these people have been to Ukraine. So you can watch a ton of comp videos or whatever it is, but a lot of the things that they are teaching, and this is, I've had this conversation with a lot of foreign fighters out here, Ukrainian military, and we all say the same thing. A lot of the stuff that they are teaching in these big, like NATO-led training courses, the skill sets are unapplicable. They are not very useful out here on the front. They're teaching them things that would be great in the Middle East, for example, or from experiences they had in maybe Africa or like the Middle East. But we've seen a lot of these Ukrainian units who get sent out. They get all this, expensive, nice training. They come back and didn't learn fuck all for the actual fight that's being had right now. So that's why I say I have some reservations in regards to some of these initiatives.
Right, so that's just sort of things that we could be looking for when it comes to discardables, right? So as we know, it could be booby trapped as well, alright? With regards to mine warfare, okay, my teams would have spray paint at hand, good to go. Okay,
and it's nothing against these militaries, I'm sure this guy right here is a certified badass, right? But if he hasn't been to Ukraine and fought on the Ukraine front, it's going to be different. The way you do everything, because I mean we learned this too, actually, what they're doing right here in training in the Legion. So this part may be more applicable, but the mines are going to be different here in Ukraine. The IEDs and all the trip mines, things like that. We've seen so many improvised booby traps and landmines and stuff that these guys will just have no idea about. You know what I mean? So if they have no idea about it, they're not teaching these Ukrainians about it. So these Ukrainians essentially could see this on the front line and still end up dying to it.
If you want to take a break, okay, you can stand up, you can shake off, okay, and then from there, you can reassess the situation and go back down. Times you go to ensure, okay, that you're aware of your surroundings at all times.
Kind of a walking stick. It looks like a walking stick. So it's
Все, коли відмітиш. Зараз зафіксувати.
Also, I'm going to harp on this because this is a big deal in Ukraine right now. This kind of teaching and what it's bringing to the actual front line. This is a phenomenal skill to have. I think it's very, very good to have in your back pocket in case of, something happens and you need to use it. But the odds of you being able to pull this skill set out here on the front and do this properly are extremely, extremely low. Okay, if you're down here taking your time trying to find a landmine like this, like they teach you here and like they taught me, they're just gonna hit you with a fucking FPV, dude. Or you're under fire this whole time, right? You're under indirect artillery and mortar fire. So while you're staying in one position doing this, they have time to bracket you in or zero your location with the arty or the mortars. So it's almost worth fucking risking it and just hauling ass across the alleged minefield to get to a safer position. This is the kind of experience I'm referring to. These trainers would not necessarily have. Okay. Yo, is anybody counting how many UAV or FPVs is this? We got to be on like 10 or 11 at this point. Oh! That's like thermite or something they're using, right? Must be for it to be burning that hot. The audio's not us, it's this video. But we'll just talk over it. We've been seeing some of these drone munitions that they drop. And look at this one actually. This one's got a counter on the left behind me. This one's got a counter of bombs. These are actual bombs. Like you could see, like the full screen shows they're like, they actually look like missiles or bombs. So this one has a counter on it. So this drone knows how much munitions it has, how many munitions it has. But we've been seeing the munitions are getting bigger and bigger. And it's not like the little frag grenade drops, which they're still doing, but that was the most common at the beginning of this conflict. Much bigger now. T90, man. Now that explosion, you know, I would assume that's from the munitions inside the tank actually exploding. Oh, but dude, look at the turret. I mean, that shit got nuked. I can't even see it. Yeah, that's a big bomb. Much bigger. That's exactly what I was talking about. Hopefully the audio comes back here. But again, they said that this was what they say, some kind of a missile or artillery position. So part of that explosion could have been the munitions if they had them stored there, which probably isn't a very bright idea from that artillery team, but I was talking about this with my team yesterday, actually, at a meeting. We were explaining, hold on, let me see this. It's just showing the fire. We were talking about how in this conflict, it seems like it's felt like Ukraine's been outmanned and outgunned the entire time, but it seemed like Ukraine kind of had this technological edge on Russia. Like we were able to just have a little bit better drones and a little bit of better strategy when it came to assaulting trench lines and a little bit better this and that and this, which kind of seemed like it compensated for the lack of manpower and weaponry on the battlefield. But because the strain that the front line has been under the last, you could say 6 months really, this edge, this tactical edge that I think Ukraine has had on Russia has diminished. And it almost seems like it's flipped to the point where now Russia is learning faster than we are. And they're coming up with the smarter weapons and the more strategic pushing and strategies. So, and again, I'm just being very transparent. There's no candy coating, sugar coating in this on this channel, because theoretically anybody watching this could end up here in Ukraine, and I want you to have the most honest information possible so you don't come here and you're absolutely blindsided like what the hell. International that was a badass video. I'm going to tag this channel in the description below. Also, if you're interested in joining an international team to fight in Ukraine, check out Hatia, the 13th Brigade. The link is in the description below. Again, the Legion is very dangerous right now, even more so than just your average frontline brigade. So that's it. I love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Let's keep blowing this channel up. I'll talk to you in the next video.